Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking, right? Out here in my lab where I spend a lot of time doing what I do for you. I got a nice lesson for you today. It's about, I'm trying to warn all my Christian people, all my religious people about them spiritual, egoistic preachers and who get you in the name of the Lord. Let's go. They tell you they serve the Lord, they really serving themselves. Let me tell you about them kind. That's spiritual egoism at its best. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow him. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya, be true. I'm back doing what I do again. I got a message here. I done went through my little rant, but now I got this is a warning. Okay, this is what's the PSA, public service announcement. How about that? P Funk's philosophy says, beware of those spiritual, egoistic type people, aka preachers or pastors, whatever you want to call them. But spiritual egoism, aka preachers, steal in the name of the Lord. They profess to be God's servants. They profess the word for the Bible. They give you all that good stuff. But the reality of it is they don't care a crap about you. As long as you send them your money, they love you. I love you and you ain't sending me a dime. I'm just trying to get you to help you be your best self. That's a philosophy that I give. I don't charge for that. So let's go. But my idea is to tell you about those people. I got an issue. Why? How could y'all be that spiritually ignorant? But let's talk about it. Spiritually egoistic people. Your ego is your identification. That guy was spiritually ignorant. Egoistic. He can quote the Bible. He can quote verse. Hell, he do sermons as a preacher. Ain't had a clergyman card the whole nine. He can BS his way through the Bible like a lot of y'all doing. But at least he was BSing. Y'all claim to be serious about it. He only did it to, like I said, they do the same thing, but they claim to be so holier than thou. If you're preaching it and you're not living it, you're doing it for the wrong reason. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I know the right kind who do it. I know the wrong kind who do it. But they both claim to do it. There's one way to do it. There's another way to do it. And they got two different ways. The right way and the wrong way. And if both of y'all ain't doing it the same way, somebody doing it the wrong way. Let's go. That's my point. And the ego don't care about being right or wrong. It just wants what it wants. Love on me. Give me your money. Let me be all that. Yeah, that's called manipulation and using, not preaching or pastoring to the flock. Spiritually egoistic people are the worst. Why? Because they're the ones who stealing, literally stealing in the name of the Lord for the people who, out of kindness of their heart, and believing that they doing it right by them, and they getting fleeced. I know two pastors, okay, who are God, fearing men, serving the Lord, but one of them served the Lord in earnest. The other one served the Lord in what? So when they get The judgment day. You think God didn't recognize them flaws? I ain't God. I can see one of them is doing this one. He doing that. But y'all both, something ain't going, one of y'all ain't doing the right thing. So y'all both ain't going to the same place. That's all I'm saying. It ain't but two ways to go. Okay, up or down. Moving on. So what you claim to be, how that, yeah. But y'all got all the goods now. If you live in a life of luxury here in hell, you ain't going to heaven. You need to catch hell in hell to recognize heaven. Why? Because you want to get out of here. Y'all like it here. Y'all like it here. Okay? He loved it here. I personally made the difference. I want out. And when my time is up, bye-bye. What? I'm done with this. Personally, get out of the car. But my whole point is, I'm not egoistic. I'm not the spiritually egotistic kind of person. I have knowledge and understanding. My ego is under my control. It don't control me. And those people who the ego control, anything other than that, they're going to control that too. So spiritually egoistic people, they just egoistic people with spiritual knowledge. Bad people do bad things, but they look like they make it look good when they do it. They're not going to tell you it's bad. At least I was a bad guy. I knew I'm a bad guy. Yeah, hey, I to the bad guy. I was a drug dealer. I was a bad guy. Now I'm a good guy. Some people, I'm still a bad guy. Doing good, you're still bad. What the hell? But I deal with being a bad guy on this side, this time. So why? My spiritual discernment is sharp as all get up. And it won't allow me to fall for these egotistical spiritual preachers and teachers of religion or concept that only serve them. That's all. I can't stop or change nothing, but I can try to warn my people. Back in the slavery days, when they come to Africa, when they start pounding the drums, that meant all that. What? They're here to get ready, prepare yourself. That's all. I'm just giving you the warning. Let's give you a heads up. That's all. And that helps a lot of people. Some it don't, but the ones who get it are helped. That's what I'm saying. This ain't for everybody. I know that too. So I have a best friend who's a pastor. Okay. Oh, a true man of God. I tell him, you are the reason why I respect religion. If it wasn't for him, I'd be ripping y'all a whole new one. Why? I've been on his brother over 50 years, and he been the same dude in that Bible, faithful, diligent to what he believed. I got no problem with that. I respect that. That's the content. That's the level that I'm on with. I don't give a damn about that book. Could care less about religion. But the way he do what he do, how he do it for his people, who he do it for, I listen, follow, and understand. Got 10 years or longer, listen to this guy. He on point, I'm good with that. If he wasn't, I wouldn't be there. Simple as that. He's my best friend, don't mean damn thing. If you preach the word, I want to come hear the word. And he does that well. Okay? But other guy, I've been knowing him over 50 years too. He ain't never did nothing right. He ain't ever. But he's always into something, always doing something. But it's always for him. I work for him. I work for both of you guys. How about that? And one, I will never work for again. Okay, my man, you ain't right. I left the job. Why? Because I can't work for somebody who ain't right. Simple as that. If I'm doing right thinking, I'm professing righteousness and good, and you full of crap, we don't go together. Spirit and ego don't go together. But the ego learn how to learn spiritual concepts so it can trick people and manipulate them from a spiritual concept. Hence, spiritually egoistic people. You got a bunch of them and serving the Lord. No, they serving themselves. But y'all believe they good at. No, they know the word. They got silver tongue. They know a good orientation. But check out how they living. Y'all look at all the wrong stuff. My man in Shawshank Redemption, he walked out of there with brand new shoes on, and everybody pay attention. Okay, he got spit shine shoes. Everybody knows it. See, everybody don't pay attention. When I see a person, I'm scanning head to toe. Okay, cool. Why? I know who I'm dealing with. Simple. But he has my pastor, my father, there's no spiritual egoism at all in him. He gives it all. And my personal thing with him is, dude, you don't take credit for nothing. Nah, brother, right? You don't take credit for nothing. He give it all to God. That's his philosophy. That's what he worked with. I got no problem with that. That ain't mine. It's his. And I respect that. Again, egoistic spiritualism is when you have these guys who are ego-driven, but they go to the innocent people, the ignorant people, and that's the ego's His last trick, the devil's last trick to get you to think that he is who he ain't. The biggest trick to get y'all think he don't exist. All that the mind game. But again, when you in the spiritual realm, the spiritual area, ministry like that, y'all go and learn to talk and manipulate people spiritually. Okay, but if you are egotistical, your intentions are not going to be good. That's all I'm saying. I had to go all around the block to get to that point. But all those mega church pastors, T.D. Jakes, but all them guys, they're not doing it for the right reason. Simple as that. Why? Look at their lifestyle. Just look at their lifestyle. Come on, man. That Joel Osteen, he lost 25,000 followers. Why? They got hip to his nut. Figured him out. Dude, you full of crap. Hello. And religious people are starting to walk away from religion. Why? They're starting to see things that they don't particularly care for in religion. That's all. Scooby-Doo. They can start having problems. Why? Because if it's being done wrong and being misinterpreted, when a person who interprets it correctly and starts saying, wait a minute, that ain't this or that, right? Start having some problems. Okay, but when your pastor is getting rich monetarily, but not helping the congregation, what they tell you? That's a one-way deal. I knew a preacher back in my day who was running numbers out the church, giving blessings with numbers. So I know them kind of people. We call them charlatans, hooligans, whatever, slicksters, but they've been doing the still in the name of the Lord since that thing started. Okay, but those who send him the money, the ones who send them their hard-earned money because they believe he's going to bless them, they believe that you're getting fleeced. Okay, and y'all do it weekly. And if they could, they do it more, but they get you once a week, and they got y'all hook, line, and sinker. He makes $100 million a year. He ain't a preacher. He didn't go to but he got followers. Moving on. But he ain't got God. That's my point. He's using his egoistic things to play with God and to live life of luxury. I see churches with the pastor living large. Biggest car, fanciest clothes, and the congregation struggling to pay their damn tithes. Are you kidding me? You got to be. That makes no sense at all. And they're struggling just to keep up to pay their tithes, to hear this guy weekly live. Ooh, that I got a problem with. But when you have a real spirituality, ain't going to church to listen to some slick talking pastor with the big fancy clothes and nice car. No, it's living right, living virtuous, win daily. And that lifestyle will bring something that guy in the podium will never give you. Blessings. He can't do nothing but take your damn money. I'm like God and the devil. I don't need your money. I don't want your money. I got my own money. I ain't rich, but I ain't beat for that. So I'm not here for the money. That's my point with that. So, I understand the purpose for money and reason, but I don't flip and dip for the money. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I ain't trying to gaslight you for a few dollars. I ain't cash at me so and so. I don't do that. The one guy bought me the mic. I still respect him, using it to this day. Okay, it's getting dusty. Why? Because I'm putting work in. I'm using it. Okay, so my thing to that is, it ain't about the money. I'm spiritually enlightened, and I want to help others become spiritually enlightened. It ain't about the money. Moving on. That's the difference in a spiritual egoistic person and a person who's spiritually enlightened. And spiritual egoism will what? Will believe that they are God. That's that ego. They're not serving God. They playing God. And under auspiciousness of what the pastor, when all they want is the luxury, all they want is the lavish lifestyle. We see it every time. I see pastors who are spiritually ego tripping. They got a following, they got a big group, so they got their money coming in. Never good. And they asking what? For more money. Dude, what the hell? And we know God don't do cash. Pastors do. The egoistic, spiritual people ask for nothing but what? Money. If money is the root of all evil, why church keep asking for more? Just think about that. You claim about it, but Your pastor got the big car, $300, $400 shoes, $1,000 suit. For what? To teach the word? What the hell I got to do with the damn word? Put on a pair of jeans, a pair of sneakers, and come on and get the word and give us something we can live with. How about that, Pastor? Oh, I forgot. That's my pastor. Sorry about that. Oh, I got him confused. I see y'all, man, it's annoying and sickens me that we fall for that. I know a number running pastor back in the day preaching and giving out blessings for the numbers from Scripture. What the hell is that? He got away with it. Nobody, that was cool. Why? Some of the people who profit from it, they good with that. I call it hush money. Back in the day, I kept people at bay with nickel bags. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Back then, that was the price for people up, check them up. Moving on. See, we are, like, if you get an animal, when he do what you want him to do, you snack him up. I trained my cat. I know how to do that too. Okay, you can do it with human beings too. They're just like dolphins. You can throw them a fish. In that spot, the Japanese throwing stuff in your mouth. I tell my man, don't do that. I'm not no goddamn seal or no dolphin. Well, I don't eat food like that. I'm a human being. I don't squirt nothing in my damn mouth or throwing food in. I got to catch that don't work for me. That's so demeaning. Personally, I don't continue to that nonsense. Well, I ain't got to do a damn thing. I hate people telling me I got to do something I don't want to do. I know a lot of ego-tripping pastors who manipulate their flock, the followers, to their benefit. They doing swell. The church is falling down. The people going to hell. He doing fine. Why? He got the money. He come preach a sermon, going back up to the hills and do his thing. Get his freak on, do whatever he want to do. But he's only coming out here, to lie to you and get your money and go home. Is he in the community? Is he in the hood? Is he doing this? He ain't doing none of that. None of that. As soon as the church is over, he gone. He got something else to do. Preaching is his part-time job. Why? The pay is good. Moving on. All right. But my pastor is the most humblest, God-fearing man I've ever known in my life. I gave him that top billing. Why? I've been on him a long time. We was kids. And he's still doing it. I'm with him. Okay? We was kids. I was the bad guy. He hanging out with me. Okay? But no, that wasn't going to last a while, my man. When I crossed over, I called him. Been with him ever since. But if you're preaching or teaching the word, whatever you call it, of God, and you're doing it for money to soothe your ego-tripping ass, God will take care of you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Leave that guy alone. Let him go. If you got a pastor you think is wrong, just don't go there. Just stop going there. Don't call him out. Write him on Facebook. Tell him stop. No, get out of his personal life. Just leave him be. Let God take care of them. All you faithful believers in God, let God do what God do. If somebody mistreats you, God will take care of them. He'll protect you. Simple as that. All that, no. Let God take care of that. That ain't your job. Your job to be the best you can be so God will bless you and not punish you too for doing wrong. If you want them pot calling kettle black, you doing stuff that it ain't right. Stop talking about people who doing the same thing. That's all. Moving on. I talk about things that I don't do. I can say that. I don't gamble. I don't cross around. I don't do none of those things. Okay? I can talk about y'all. I don't give a damn. Okay? Don't make a difference to me. All right? Don't get it twisted. I'm just speaking from experience and observation. Not my personal feelings, and I know I'm thinking what I see. Okay? Your ego will become spiritual if what? If it has to get what you want. You become a preacher. I know a guy, my man told me, look, I'll be whatever they need me to be to get that money. That's from a pastor, a God-fearing man who wear the neck of the whole nine. That's his mentality. He went and got that collar to benefit himself. Moving on. That's the difference. Okay? But your ego will allow you to be biblical for what? To get what you want. We know that going around crazy. All right. But being biblically inclined don't mean nothing. It just means that you know the Bible. But if you're egotistical and don't know yourself, you're going to do what? You use that same stuff to what? Benefit and profit thereby for yourself, not to help others for real. Moving on. So if your pastor is more concerned with how he look and how much money the church is bringing in you shouldn't go to that church. He should not be your pastor. I will not follow somebody like that. I don't give. I'm not doing that. What? That's my choice. That's my decision making. I know not deal with them kind of people. If I'm around a bunch of people and y'all drinking and smoking, I'm leaving. Why? I don't do that. Why be around it? Birds of a feather. I ain't doing that nonsense. The bird I am, I fly solo. When I do my dirt, I was back in the day. I did it solo. Can't nobody say I'm the co-defendant, don't have none, don't need none, don't want none. I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be responsible. So I ain't going to fight with that. And when you have a spiritually egoistic pastor who is ignorant of his true self, he ain't doing nothing but lollygagging and fleecing y'all for his own personal selfish gain. He's sleeping with the congregation. He's stealing money. He's taking care of personal pleasures for the church and stuff. That's not a good leader. That ain't a God-fearing man. That's an egoistic man practicing what? Spirituality. Okay? He put the love stuff on, but he really all for himself. Don't worry. God takes care of them. Okay? But you just leave him alone. And when you got an egoistic spiritual leader, will shine and sound good all the time until what? Until the ego shows up. The ego self. Why? When something go there he don't like, oh Lord, yeah, he coming. He gonna rear. And that's when you got to realize, this guy's full of crap. Yeah. The moment he don't get his way, let the money come up short. Oh man, he gonna rip you out a new one. That's not a leader. That's not a God-fearing man. And he will show himself. And what happens? He's going to upset everyone else. Why? Because he's upset. So he's going to pass it along. He ain't going to be responsible. He's going to pass it on to y'all. That's them kind of guys. And if you got a guy like that, don't go to that church. Why? That's not where you want to be. You ain't going to grow there. Wrapping it up, I can appreciate that. I know it's going to take this long, but I want to get this out the way. I ain't trying to just make my point with these guys in the pulpit. All right? This is going to be a Sunday lesson anyway. I do these. I'm going to say this for Sunday. All right, let me get this lesson out. Appreciate you tuning in. When you have spirit, you have ego. They don't go together. They opposites. You can't serve both of them. I've been telling you that forever. This is another example of what? Spirit and ego. The ego is here. Spirit is here. If the ego don't acquiesce to spirit, you're going to have confusion. That's Set and Haru all over again, fighting what? Each other, good over evil. You can't be spiritual and egotistical at the same time. They're opposites. You have to do one or the other. They're there for that purpose to show you you're either egotistical or you spiritual. You ain't both. But the perpetrators who are egotistical, who want to appear to be spiritual, that's them. They're perpetrating the fraud. Moving on. You got to have discernment enough to recognize them. And a con man only good at the sucker that he can con. They know just who to deal with. Why? They know how smart you are. And the dumber you are, the easier you are to con. That's why. But when you got self-knowledge, you a hard nut to crack. Why? You ain't going for their BS. Hello, we teach our kids to watch out for strangers, don't take care of them. We teach them for that reason. We teach them that they know. But that's the ego overriding what? The spirit. Ego wants what it wants, and it's going to rear its head unless you put it in check. That's why you can't reach self-mastery with the ego in control. Spirit and ego, natural enemies, okay? Night and day, right and wrong, good and bad, they are opposites. So don't tell me you can be spiritual and egotist. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can perpetrate being spiritual because of your ego. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't be spiritual and egotistic at the same time. Nope, serving two different gods. And you can't serve but one at a time. So my spiritual self will kick my ego self ass every time. Why? The ego is only good if you let it. Scarier. He used fear. The ego used fear. It bullied you. Okay, so you let it, the spirit, let it run. The spirit is like a cat. Your ego is like the snake. The cat will slap the snake every time. Why? The reflection from a snake is not faster than the cat. So the cat let him, quickest draw in the West. I'll let you draw first, because I know mine's going to be quicker than yours. So by the time you go to make it a little more, pow, it's done. Party's over. That's the cat. The cat that the snake jump. Man, get up out of here, that nonsense. I see you coming. I seen Bruce Lee demonstration with Muhammad Ali back in the day. He said, I see the punch coming, so all I gotta do is this. And that's how you doing. He jabbing, he just why? I see the movement from the chest, inflections. I see it before it coming. And I ain't got to do nothing but this. That's how you understand. That's discernment. That's watching and understanding how things are done. But the ego self don't have no understanding of life. It just brute force. It just go. That's all they know. Okay. So ego without discipline is gonna have problems. Simple as that. Discipline is haru. That's your higher self. That's the right thinking mind. Okay, but I use the spirit with the analogy, the ego and the spirit with the cat and the snake. That's why. Why? The snake, no matter how many times or how quick he get the draw on the cat, he can't get him. Every time. Kitten, ain't gotta be a little kitten. Big cobra coming up. Cat just chilling. Just chilling. Cobra raise up and go to come at him. Pow! He just snap him. Okay, and then the fight in the underworld with Ra and the Doo-Wop, they turned into what? He used his females, cats, felines against what? The serpent. Get him every time. That's a little lesson I want to teach you about the spirit and the ego. A little scenario there. But they mortal enemies. And the ego don't know enough that it can't win. It's going to continue to fight. It ain't going to give up. That's what you got to understand. Did the devil give in? Nope. Got to just. And my man said it best. You can't kill the ego. You just want to control it. Don't let it control you. That's the concept. That's the lesson. I hope you got it. I got to go. But remember, beware of those egotistical spiritual people. Why? They full of, you know what I'm talking about? They not godly. That's all. They may appear to be. They may look and sound. But real deal, they not playing fair. Don't let them fool you. That's a suit that look good in the front, look behind it. Ain't nothing back there. There you go. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Right thing in closing. May you all live to be 100. May 100 miles a day. So I'm never know my right thinkers who are aware of those spiritually egoistic people, aka the pastors, the pastor way. Hope you're in the pastor. And so I hope you're the good one. There's two kinds. The good one and the bad one. Which one are you? I don't know. That's your call.